Good afternoon, everybody. How are you today? And welcome to the latest edition of Drew Mania. Nice to have you with us on this Friday, the 17th day of August, the year 2018. And of course, this is yours truly, Andrew L. Perry. Thank you, as always, coming to you live and at you from the busy streets, which is Brooklyn, New York. And today I'm speaking to you from Prospect Park as I chat to you what is happening in the world of sports. Well, a lot is going on, plenty to do, so little time. 15-minute show we're going to do today. Well, we got the NFL preseason going on as the Giants play the Detroit Lions tonight. That begins in an hour. Begins like an hour and a half from now. We'll recap we'll digress what's going on in the baseball season, because right now, from here on out, you know what? And we'll digress on what's going on in the MLB season right now as it's wind down to the season. But we'll start off with the Mets. The Jets, I should say, as the Jets lost by a field goal to the Washington Redskins in last night's second preseason game. Now, let's be clear. If this was the regular season, probably week 5 or week 6 or something like that. If it's like later in the week in the regular season, we all would have cursed and say what a disgrace it was. But here's what you would say. Thank God it's only preseason. Thank God this have nothing to do with capturing the playoffs, because we would have cursed the Jets out time and time and time again. And also give us a better taste, because once again the defense played solid. Really did give up a lot of points. Gave up 12 points. It was 10-12. Todd Bridgewater give yourself the lead. Sam Darnold did not look good last night. Yeah, he thrown a couple of picks, but he's a rookie. What are you gonna do? You know, to me, as far as Sam Darnold go, I will make him the starter in the NFL to start the NFL season, because it ain't gonna be Josh McCown. It's not gonna be Ted Bridgewater. Ted Bridgewater is not gonna be the quarterback. Let's call it the way we see it. He's going to be the quarterback because the Jets are trying to get. To me, the way I see it, the Jets are trying to sell Ted Bridgewater. They're not keeping him, so that's why they keep him him as long as he can. Because don't be surprised in the middle of the season that he's not gonna be with the team. Don't be surprised at all. And as far as the Redskins, to me, the Redskins are the most mediocre team. They out of all the teams in the NFC East, the Giants, the Cowboys, the Eagles, the Redskins are the most idiotic team in the past couple of years. The last time they had a really good team is the year they won the Super Bowl, which is 1991. After that, they really haven't really. They've been in and out historically. But right now, having Alex Smith may change the culture a little bit, but it changed the culture a little bit, And Jay Gruden still have a lot of work to do. This team is not, in my eyes, not where they're at right now. As far as because if you're gonna have Alex Smith as your quarterback, and They don't have a lot. To be fair, the Redskins don't have a lot of wide receivers they can work with. They don't. They really don't. Who's their receiving core? I mean, come on, Crowder? Give me a break. The tight end? I mean, give me a break. And Josh Norman going on like he's the best defender. I wish he would shut his mouth. Shut his mouth for 2 minutes, please. Do I need to hear from do I need to hear from Josh Norman how good Sam Darnold is, how this kid is accurate. We need to see. You're not with the team, so shut your mouth, please. I understand. Listen, he was in Dancing with the Stars, but to me, he hasn't proved nothing as far as I'm concerned. And speaking of a defensive player who hasn't proved to not be well lately, Jalen Ramsey rubbed his mouth on an interview on GQ, giving his opinion, criticizing most of the quarterbacks in the NFL, saying Ben Roethlisberger is great at best, giving his opinion about his quarterbacks and stuff like that, and some quarterbacks he leave out and stuff like that. To me, how about he talk about his how about you talk about your quarterback? How about you talk about the fact that your team blow a lead to the New England Patriots? How about talk about that? Now you want to criticize quarterback. How great they are. How about talk about your team? Your team was 2 minutes away from going to the Super Bowl. 2 minutes away, or should I say 15 minutes away from going to the Super Bowl, and you did not seal the deal. So until you do that, until you prove you can get over the hump, because Jacksonville, they're gonna have the bullseye on. They're gonna have a lot of bullseye on them. Okay, they're gonna have a lot of bullseye on them. So until Jacksonville proves that, I don't need to hear from Jalen Ramsey how great certain quarterbacks is in the league. Listen, we've been watching. We watch football long enough to know who's the best in the league, who's great in the league and stuff like that. But since we're sticking with quarterbacks, the one guy I think needs to do a lot of improvement in a quarterback is Matthew Stafford. I didn't hear that he mentioned Matthew Stafford, because Matthew Stafford shows he could play. Show he could throw with accuracy. He could be a stud. He ain't no scrub. He could play with the best. But the problem with Matthew Stafford, that he don't run. He don't do well against teams over 500 with winning records, and hasn't won a playoff game yet. And especially when Megatron was on the team at the time. So to me, if I had to pick one quarterback who needs to get over the hump and needs to literally a lot to prove, my money is on Matthew Stafford, no question about it. Just want to throw that out there. But the Giants will play again. The Giants will play the Detroit Lions tonight, and Saquon Barkley tweak his hamstring. Most likely it's not for what I've heard, it's not a serious injury. So most likely he will not play tonight, and the Giants are going to play smart and make him not play. Most likely will play in the next preseason game. Well, that's what's happening in the NFL. That's what happens with the NFL in New York, in the New York football. But as far as the New York baseball is concerned, as far as the New York baseball is concerned, the Yankees can't win the game. The Yankees can't figure out the Tampa Bay Rays. It seems like the Tampa Bay Rays have the Yankees number, as the Yankees lost again to the Tampa Bay Rays. It could have bailed them out. And the Yankees lost 2 out of 3 to the Tampa Bay Rays. Now listen, the Yankees cannot afford to lose games anymore. And we talked about this. They can't afford to lose games anymore because you got the AL West teams, the A's and the Mariners, all up in your back now. And insult to injuries, the Red Sox are running away with this division. So you got to secure that wild card spot. Otherwise, we seen it last year. We seen it time and time last year. We seen it time and time in years progress. We see some collapses. We seen it. So the Yankees, we don't want to see no collapse. We really don't. Really don't. So hopefully they win it. They play Toronto tonight, and they have a 3-game series with the Toronto Blue Jays, and hopefully they can snap out of it. Now, as far as the Mets, I mean, they're scoring a lot of runs. They're scoring a lot of runs against teams. A team like the Baltimore Orioles. They have the highest score in franchise history, scoring 24 points against the Philadelphia Phillies, but lost in the second doubleheader to the Philadelphia Phillies. But there's nothing else to say. There's really nothing else to say. Let's just move forward to next season, as far as I'm concerned, and just play for your pride, or whatever the case may be, and slowly but surely, and finally, the weather is really fair, you know. But there's no point in complaining about the hot weather. You know, we've been waiting for that since March, and you know, I don't want to hear that summer's coming to an end, because I'm enjoying this weather right now, even though the weather is getting really nice and cool and everything. So let's just keep it on nice and warm and everything and stuff like that, and so forth. And I'm just enjoying this view. If you come to Prospect Park right now, you know, it's really. I think it's one of the best parks in Brooklyn to be. Well, the biggest park in Brooklyn, obviously. You know, it's nothing much going on right now. You know, it's very quiet, very laid back. I was thinking about going to the beach today, folks, and do a show from here. To be honest, but I decided to do a show from here. But what are you gonna do? Hopefully I do a show, you know, in the beach in the near future, just like I did in May. You know, get the summer breeze before the cold weather start hitting. And on that note, that's going to do it for this edition of Drew Mania Live. Thank you so much always for listening. If you want to listen to this episode again, please go to Spreaker.com, type in the keyword Spreaker, and type in Spreaker Podcast. And please feel free to follow my show on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, iHeartRadio. You can listen to the episodes on there as well. Until then, this is Andrew Perry, always saying to you, Shalom, let peace go with you. And I'll talk to you in the next Drew Mania Live. So long, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and your Friday night. So long.